Hey guys, it's Lucid. Welcome back. We've got another turn for you. I'm kind of skipping around. I'm skipping some. I think if I may miss some important things as I skip turns, but with how long the Atlantis series went, I think it's important to. There's no easy way to cover all the content in every turn. Is basically what it comes down to when you get to the end game. The turns get so big, even if I'm like doing them ahead of time and then recording it, like it's still going to be a long recording to cover all the content and all the late game turns, and a lot of it gets grindy. So I guess with the Atlantis series, we really just showed you everything. But this one, I think what we're going to do is some of the turns I'm going to show you as we kind of walk to the end. The other thing too is things don't change every turn. You know, so I feel like a lot of it's redundant kind of content. Like every turn, I'm going to get a bunch of these effing remote assassinations. How the fuck did they kill? God damn it. Hate that too. My guy retreated. He knew. I had sent this guy here. He killed the stack and then he retreated here. I teleported in. Where did he... Oh, I thought I teleported in. Oh, well. It looks like they did it pretty early. What the fuck? I teleported you here, you idiot. Maybe I didn't click the right spot. It wouldn't have mattered. He got there after the mind hunt. But I teleported in a guy because I knew they were going to try to mind hunt him. So anyway, rip Eagle King. We got attacked by a bunch of demons. I mean, a bunch of remote assassins. I hate remote assassins. They're so annoying. I mean, on one hand, they're trading, like, a remote assassin for 100-something gold mage. I can make a lot of 100 gold mages. They can only make so many remote assassins, but it's fucking annoying. We got hit by this queen here. So she has an interesting kit. She has a Staff of the Storms. She has Armor of Virtue, and then a little hat and the thing to make her pretty damn resistant to, what do you call it? To Mind Hunt. And other sorts of things which could one-hit kill her, like Soul Slay if I had a commander with Soul Slay sitting behind. Now she summons Living Clouds twice. And before she can get hit and get zapped away, she kills everybody. You may say, damn, Lucid, you got wrecked, man. That sucks. Well, she killed 100 gold of units. What did she have to spend to do it? Well, she did Cloud Trapeze, because it's a magic phase attack. So that was, what, 2 gems. All this capital, right? She had to risk all this, which it's not a huge risk, but we'll see. It may end up being one. And she had to spend 10 gems. It's like 12 gems to kill 100 gold worth of stuff and then some chaff, which essentially is free for me. It's not completely true. I mean, I do care about my chaff a little bit, especially if you're listening, chaff. But, I don't care that much. So... I mean, oh, you got me! And, like, is this the kind of play you need to probably look to take versus me? Yeah, probably. Am I really upset with this trade? Nah. Nah, I'm not. So that happened. Oh. That's what happened. They did horror. That's why this guy's here. Because this guy was here. I teleported him with retreat in case I got attacked because we were ditching that province. He just retreated. So this was the guy that teleported to block Mind Hunt on my Eagle King. So he got to see this, so he probably knew that I teleported. I wonder if he figured that out, that like, hey, how did I not get my Mind Hunt blocked? He might not have noticed, but... Ooh, he does a double casting. Spicy. Yeah, undead are pretty good against Horus, because a lot of Horus is a morale effect. And if you have enough, they'll kill them. But like versus PD, if you have enough PD, it doesn't always matter, because they're going to route for morale. So, okay, you got me almost. We did this against him, and we killed 115 gold of shit. Took the province. I don't know how much disposable income he's got. The more I think about it, I think I have to steal Earthblood Deepwell first. I really want to steal... Okay, let's just get out of here. I really want to steal Riches from Beneath, because I think that will make him pretty much broke. We find a bunch of slaves. It looks like our income's around 200 a turn. And then we have a bunch of assassination battles. So here we kill this Sith Lord with our double barrel assassin, as she is being called. When this gets complained about in the game channel, this is getting complained about as a double barrel assassin. On this side, we have 5, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40. We have 40 gems worth of gear. Oh, this one's Blood Slave, so... And on this side, we have a cute little bundle of Get the Fuck Out. Oh, this is not a good position to be in, buddy. Does he have cold resistance? Yeah, he does. Yeah, once Glamour gets popped, he's in trouble. Now he's getting trampled. He's at 3 HP. Squished. We didn't find anything. That's unfortunate. We killed Naneri. We killed a Danish sorcerer. This is kind of worth watching. These guys are expensive. I forget how much they cost, but yeah, 400 bucks. Yoink. This is the Ivy King that was... I probably didn't show you. There was an event I got attacked by an Ivy King. There's a stupid fertility cult on one of my provinces. It's right on the border, so I can't really get rid of it. You really need to have the province well in hand. Now, we got assassinated by this lady. Like, what the fuck, you're assassinating me? So she's got a black heart. And so Cochtheids, they are stealthy, so you can make them assassins. They could also be YOLO assassins. You could do Twiceborn on them. Wait, did I give him gems? I thought I had gems on a lot of people in this province. I didn't. Okay. Should have kept him in turkey form, too. We killed a Great Hawk. Killed Cap-Only Mage. Okay, so that's that. And then we had some battles. So he moved here and killed a bunch of long dead and stuff. This is the force. Yeah. These guys are running up from my south. They're not going on top of forts, but they're taking a bunch of other stuff. So we can see he did a bunch of, like, he did Sabbath Slave, which I don't know, I feel like he must probably pull this army back unless he brought... He probably has a scout with slaves on it, but anyway. I wonder how this communion does. They didn't cast that much, but they did Horde of Skeletons. It's a bunch of these, Inari. Where the... Oh, you can't see them. They're behind the horsemen. Oh, it's not that bad. Did somebody do reinvigoration? I feel like they must have. Anyway. So they did a few things. They were doing... This guy's spamming Disintegrate. I think this guy was doing Soul Slay and stuff. These guys were doing Gifts of Heaven. And then they just have a bunch of these guys in the Communion. This is not big enough where it's worth murdering Wintering. But it's also not big enough to threaten me at all. So we'll just let them run around. We're probably going to kill them. The thing is, this is immune to a lot of different types of cheap ways I could counter it. Like Scrotty, I couldn't really use. I definitely couldn't use Scrotty. Eagle Kings, probably not. Just from the Gifts of Heaven spam. There's not a ton of great ways to counter this aside from just fighting it, but if I fight it, it's actually kind of easy. I mean, we'll watch the battle part. This is not enough troops, obviously. Yeah. So they have, a fair amount of banishment and other things. But if I had like 400 or 500 undead, or... Yeah, I probably need like 400 with mage support. They would just crush this. Then we have a battle here with United Nations Junior, where I am rolling out because I've kind of been I've trapped this army. I've killed all the commanders, and I want to come and kill it. Unfortunately, what I don't account for is I have my guys too far forward positioned, so the crossbows just murder a bunch of my mages. So I don't end up getting a lot of my spells off. Like, Mass Protection doesn't go, I don't think. Or no, it does. But then, yeah, my crossbows route is just generally not great. Now, we are benefiting from the fact that my Ice Guard are badass, but then they run. So, this was a clusterfuck. Bad trading all around for me. I lost 400... And these are... I'll just say 500 gold worth of units. They actually may have lost more, which is hilarious, but they lost 170. These guys are kind of expensive. We'll say this is 200. Then 300. Yeah, we lost actually about the same gold. But he didn't lose any mages. And he keeps the province. So that's a little annoying. We also see what he's got here. He's got... this is where I think it is. So that was this army, yeah. Now we're going to go attack that actually this turn with an Eagle King. But we'll go back and probably look at that later. There's a battle in Otheris. This is a big battle with Basenji. So Basenji rides out. He came out of his fort to meet our large army in combat. He's doing a bunch of swarm, spending a lot of gems. Oh, I forget. Team colored squares doesn't really work here. I don't know if having these guys behind my crossbows was the right call. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. But on the other hand, bunching more people up isn't good, but I probably could have used more people on attack flank. So the swarm is actually doing enough. And then you can see Witherbones come out. That's what is just deleting these guys. Witherbones is so strong. Some of these long dead I found a kind of path out now. There's some things you notice we don't have. Like, we don't have flaming arrows, which would be nice. A relief is his, I think, not mine. But yeah, we're not really killing things fast enough. Let's pick up the speed here to break through. It is worth thinking about having like a better channel for skelly spam to get through my crossbows. These guys in the back now are mostly on guard commander. We can see they're actually working their way forward here. Now, he actually did something kind of interesting. His main communion slaves are these Seth Berenders. And you can see they've got Power of the Spheres and stuff on them. They're pretty fluffed up. They've got invulnerability, regen, all this stuff. But he also... These guys are communion slaves, so they did communion slave to become communion slaves. But he also had choir slave, or whatever it's called, I forget the spell. But basically, these guys are communion slaves too, or they were at the beginning. But through the choir spell. And what that means is, as soon as these guys get to 100 fatigue, they drop out. Which means they then run in as... basically as thugs, which I thought was a really cool idea. I didn't realize it even when I first watched it, but the guy playing this messaged me and was like, hey, did you like my linebacker communion? And I was like, you did a linebacker communion? So yeah, these guys are tough. They've got pretty high protection. They've got invulnerability 25, so protection versus mundane is going to be really high, 33. And then they've got regen 10, and then temper flesh. Liquid body also, which, or I guess this isn't temper flesh. This is from liquid body. They have quickness? No. So they have a lot of buffs, but not a ton. I don't know. I think still kind of the same things would kill them that would, maybe not. I think they still die. But they're tough, for sure. It's a cool idea. I think they're just on advance and cast spells, so they do banishment and stuff. See some nether darts coming out. And nether darts are armor negating too, so if they hit any of these guys, they're going to be in a bit of trouble. I think flaming arrows would have helped a lot here. This army, though, is pushing out... It's really a stretch. I didn't think he could hold this, but apparently I'm wrong. The thing is, I'm so far away from my logistics base, like all my recruitment centers. It's pretty tough to... Did I even get fog... I don't even think I cast fog warriors. What the fuck? Did I not cast fog warriors that fight? Second. The fuck, Eagle King? Did you have gems and you not cast it? You son of a bitch. I guess I didn't script him to do it. Yeah, if I had fog warriors, I would have won. Well, that's annoying now. Did I really just... Oh, I think I changed his script now. We can't look to see what it was without me deleting the turn, which I'm not about to do. Anyway, so the final... the sum of that was we lost... If we do the gold add up, it's not actually that bad. Our crossbows actually all end up running. So we still lost a fair amount of them in the retreat, but not a ton. So we only lost 300 gold to crossbows. We lost 700 gold to these guys. And then 100 gold to ice guard. So like 1,000 gold of stuff. I mean, I haven't lost in the whole war what I've caused him to lose in like 1 or 2 fights in terms of gold. So yeah, this sucks. But almost everybody retreated. We got on his side. So I told you I lost 800 gold worth of stuff. I don't know, that can't be right. Because this is 300. 1,000. I lost 1,000 gold. Okay? A little bit more. He lost 200, 500, plus 200, so 700, 850. He stole 4 of my crossbows. But then he lost 10 of these guys, which is another 350. So that's... what was that? 850 and then 350. So that's going to be 9 plus 3. That's 1200. Then the Tuatha Warrior, which are cap only. So these are kind of like doubly limited. He lost 4 times 8. 300. So we're at 1500 now. And then the War Trolls, he lost 10 times 80. So 800. A little bit more than that. We can call it a cool 1,000. Anyway, I stopped counting. But it's like, oh shit, that sucks, Lucid. You lost. Well, look, this, first of all, I forgot to cast Fog Warriors. We didn't have some of our key mages, like we didn't have a fire mage to do flaming arrows. Yeah. And meanwhile, we killed like twice the gold. So am I okay with this? Yeah. The other things we're going to kind of speed through, I want to get to the turn, like to actually the orders and stuff. Little skirmish here and there. This we're going to watch. Let's go ahead and watch this now. So I'm not going to come back. So here he's got, this player is actually pretty good. I was really worried they were going to die, but apparently they're holding it together. They've got a Rhyme Hallberg, which is going to be really good for long battles, because they're going to freeze everybody around them. And then he's bluffing him with the Enlarge and Blessing, so now it's size 5. Base 8, or max HP 64. Regen 20%. I think he did Regen also. Hell Power. So now it's probably got a bajillion Reinvigoration, 14. This thing, if you do it properly though, you don't really need Phoenix Pyre. Phoenix Pyre is really just for like Soul Slay and stuff that never lands. Or if there's like a true counter thug. But then the counter thug you'd probably do Axe of Hate. So, does he have Soul Vortex? I don't actually see Soul Vortex, but he just have to kill the horrors at the end, which he manages to do. Gets a little horror marked, in addition to the normal horror mark you get from Hell Power. But pretty tough dude. Pretty tough dude. And yeah, kills, or drives off at least, a very large army from Therados. So that was kind of cool. Those are Fallen Angels from the Reascendance spell. Coming down, we are skirmishing with Boss and G. Here we catch these guys. I think he's trying to Twiceborn this guy, though I'm not sure. He's got Twiceborn on this guy. He's diseased. I think he was just trying to get rid of him. I don't know what he brought the console for. But, we're happy to kill him. And then everything's fine until the Lich gets into place. Maybe he was thinking the console would rout them. But, oh well. We'll send him home. Let's actually see if... I forget how he dies. Let's see if we at least get him afflicted. Never healing wound. Not the best one. That's fine, I guess. Did he have... He might have had... I think he had a water bottle on me. Did he have a water bottle? Yeah, he did. So that was kind of dumb. To give away the water bottle. We didn't get it, though, unfortunately. But at least he doesn't have it. Here is kind of comical, because we went to just sit out here because we knew we'd assassinate the Ivy King this turn. And... yeah, we retreated before they all disintegrated. I think I was thinking they would run. I forgot they disintegrate, and that takes, I guess, a little bit longer than I thought. So we're going to do that again this turn. Excuse me. Battle here. I'm just doing some light raiding. And then here, more light raiding. Some gold, some water gems, some more gems. Got a Deer Tribe Shaman. Permanent income. Gems. 1,500 gold. Not a bad turn for events. Certainly makes you forget how bad our actual luck was at the beginning of the game. Now that we basically have pay-to-win luck, things are going fine for us. I'm mostly done with the turn. But let's take a strategic overview first. This war that Therados was winning, they're now apparently not winning terribly well at all. So we'll see. What I imagine is going to happen is Phaedod's going to kick Therados back into the sea, and then finish conquering up here, though I'm not sure. Hard to say. Down here, I'm kind of losing the raiding war on this front, but I kind of don't care. Here, we've got an offensive coming in from them, with the queen here, too. And then over here, we're on top of Basenji's capital, and we're going to be storming it. Now, you may think, Lucid, are you really going to storm it after you got your ass kicked, and you know there's going to be some nasty shit in here? And the answer is, why yes, my friend. Why yes, we will. Now, why are we going to storm it? Well, it's because we have Tajits. And Tajits is a badass. Because he's going to be casting Wailing Winds. So we are going to be, this battle, like, okay, fort battles, what's the problem? He's going to have a storm staff, so we're not going to be able to mass flight and jump over the walls. So, dang it. And so you're like, how are we going to do it? Because can you imagine fighting this stuff, like, but with a wall? So we have his... Like, he's got his Witherbones banishment spam going. Meanwhile, we've got, you know, no way of, like, getting over the walls or getting back to his Turbo Communion. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do two things. We are going to do a fatigue play, and we're going to do a morale play. And the morale play we are going to do... I've got 8 Communion slaves here. The morale play is going to be orchestrated by where are you? The morale play is going to be orchestrated by this guy. And I'm wondering if I maybe have the order wrong here. I think I actually want to do... No, I guess this is fine. We're going to do Frostfind. So Sabbath Master, Frostfind, Reinvigoration, Blood Rain, Reinvigoration. And then meanwhile, Tajits up here is going to do Wailing Winds, Soul Vortex, Hold, Grip of Winter. Now, he only has gems to do Grip of Winter once. He has gems to do Wailing Winds a couple times. So... that's why I have this at the end. Anyway. But Wailing Winds is going to be super important, because it's basically... His guys don't actually, if we look at it, his guys don't have great morale. Okay, wait, where's the... So, like, these guys are high morale. They're like 18. Okay, fine. We have to kill them. But the Communion Masters here, you can see they're only 14 morale. This is going to go to 9 morale when... 9 or 10, because they might be in a friendly, like a home province. But But yeah, so this is going to be like 9 morale, and then with Wailing Winds up, everybody with 9 morale is going to eventually haul ass off the battle in a long battle. So what's going to happen, I expect, though of course you never know how these things are going to go, is that he's going to sit here and power up into like, it's probably going to look similar to this. He's going to have probably a lot of Veti Hags too, who are probably going to soul slay me and stuff. Or not soul slay, but magic duel me, but that's fine. Should be fine. I don't know how many he has. Maybe I do a very fast life after death. Because that's the only way to block. Actually, I think we're going to do that. That's the only way to block magic duel. But if he does it turn 1, it's not going to matter. Which is what he's going to do. We're doing life after death. We're just not doing it that early in the script. I think it's okay. So our communion is going to be a little unhinged. But as long as Tajits doesn't need a communion, he's going to do Wailing Winds no matter what. And then our Sabbath Master doesn't need a very powerful communion to do Blood Rain. He only needs 2 slaves, and I've got 8. So they'd have to kill like almost all my slaves. Yeah, and I think as long as I have those up, I don't think there's a way they can kill my undead before this makes them run. And if they're fighting in their fort, if they run, they're dead. So it's as good as killing them. So what I expect to happen is these guys are going to run. When the masters run, it's going to trigger the trolls to run forward, whatever trolls he has. Now, I don't think he has a ton of trolls in his cap, but he could be hiding it somehow, because I obviously don't know exactly what's in there. But from the scouting reports previous turns, he didn't have a lot. But yeah, the trolls would then run forward, and they also will probably eventually run, because their morale is not phenomenal. It's going to be 10. So they'll probably run forward for a little bit, and then they'll run. And then once a lot of the trolls have run, then it's going to trigger a general HP route, and then all these high morale units will run. But we're also going to be doing Rigor Mortis, which I was really wondering, should I do it, because it's going to increase the stakes of the battle. But I think we will. We're also going to be doing Mists of Deception, which is going to summon Phantasmal Warriors behind enemy lines. And yeah, I think we have enough undead that if we put everybody to sleep, our undead are eventually going to chop through everything. So we're going to bet on that horse. And we're doing it at the end, so hopefully everybody kind of gets through their scripts and stuff. This guy's doing Storm Power, Storm, Mists of Deception, Mirror Image, Advanced Cast Spells. Serpent's Blessing, I think we have coming out twice. This guy's doing Personal Regen, Mass Regen. We've got Personal Regen happening twice. We're not going to fuck that up again. This guy's doing Storm Power, Mirror Image, Arrowfend, which is always nice to have. Let's do Conservative Gym Use. And then what else? I think that's most of it. See, we've got some miscellaneous items just floating around from the Scrotty that got killed by our poor scripting. That really makes me sad. Flaming Arrows, Firefend, and then this guy's doing Thunderfend at the very beginning, and then Storm Power, Fog Warriors. So we have a bunch of archers, but not a ton. Feel pretty good about this. I mean, if we're going to take his capital, this will probably do it. It's going to be a different play than he's expecting, so he's probably gearing up for something else. The risks are we have some catastrophic accident, like the wrong person gets attacked. I think we're pretty well set up against super combatants, so that's a little hard to say. But we could get potentially cleared by a super combatant. I think that's unlikely. It is, yeah, I think a lot of these casters aren't advancing cast spells, so they should. Might do a couple more in advancing cast spells. That'll put them in range of other weird death evocation stuff, which would be, like, I don't know if I have, do I have disintegrate researched? No. But I guess it'll put me in range of wither bones and other things that I can do against their stuff. So I feel pretty good about this. I don't feel awesome, but I feel pretty good. When you're done, let's have you fire. I want you to kill the communion. Pretty good. Let's make sure these guys are on conservative gym use, I think. Otherwise, they could kill my communion. Problem is if they get assassinated, I don't want them on it, but what are we going to do? So anyway, that's basically what we're looking at here. We've also got mass protection, mass regen coming out. And hopefully the Eagle King's casting Thunderstrike will help. I mean, this is as high a commitment attack as I'm really going to mount right here. Okay, what are the other things that can go bad? I can get Flames from the Sky. Enough Flames from the Sky would ruin this army. So if they did like 2 Flames from the Sky castings, it would be bad. It wouldn't kill a ton of my crossbows, but it would hurt a lot. The other thing I should think about casting is Howl. Am I really waiting that long to do mass protection? Okay, that's a mistake. So let's move mass protection forward. I'll do elemental fortitude at the end. And then down here on you. I don't really have enough. How's a lot of fatigue? I feel like it might kill my communion. That's okay. How would be really good here, though. Oh well. So I don't know. I mean, we're gonna do it. If they blow this up with Flames from the Sky or something like that, I'll be sad. But it's not going to be. It's not a risk I can't take. And Flames from the Sky is expensive. And while this is a significant investment from me, it's not like an overwhelming investment from me. It's just like 20 mages. What it is it's 6 turns of capital recruitment. Which, by the way, going to Nottheim, we are, if we come down, we are demolishing our fort. Normally a troll move you do, if you're losing a war. But in this case, we are not happy with our fort. We want a citadel. So we're going to demolish it. The way fort demolishing works is you will finish getting whatever you're recruiting this turn. So we're going to finish getting this Eagle King. So this is you want to phase that, right? If I did it next turn, I would lose a turn of Eagle King production. So, sorry, my phone's going off. Let me. So okay, yeah, we're demolishing the fort here, and then next turn we're going to be doing 3 red seconds on it. Now we're doing 3 red seconds 3 times this turn. We're doing once here at 142. So that's right here on the coast. This is a gold mine province, so it's pretty high income. And this, I think, will start consolidating my power in the region. We're also going to be doing it here. We've already got a lab. We're going to be building a temple. We're going to have this guy patrol. And, yeah. Seems like a pretty good good deal. So we'll have a citadel here, a citadel here. The final one we're doing... I always forget where I put these guys. I think they're... Are they up here? No, they're here. Hello. Okay, here we are. So 135 and 102. 102. Okay, so this one's interior. What I think I want to do, I could potentially invest money in these forts, but I think we're going to do blood slaves. It's going to give me better forts, which potentially could mean more mages per turn. Harder to siege with dryads. And they're not going to get raided out. So anyway, I'm focusing them kind of on the interior and kind of in this region, but really, if I can do 2 per turn, or 2 per turn for a lot of turns, we'll be in the money, because then I get to basically do... yeah. Not sure. I think I would like to get this region, but I need to get these forts producing. I need more mages down here. And like, this is a really important province. I need to get this and this, I think, forted. These are actually going to be, I think, 2 priorities. So those will be coming up. I have made some... We need to... Well, there's a few things we'll look at. Well, I guess we'll talk briefly. Orders. Okay, we're going to raid here. We've got a bunch of dudes coming in here in case they want to fight. We basically have these guys coming, and if they roll this army up here, then we're going to meet them. What I expect they're going to do is to send this army on top of probably this fort or this fort, from which we can attack from here, or which we can attack from here. Now we're also going to be zapping that Eagle Queen with this guy, and we need to rename him. We are going to name you... I think I just got a new Patreon today. Let's name you after him. Agrippa, which actually is going to be a perfect name for a counter super combatant. He is going to give this Queen of Clouds a hug she won't forget. So he's got a Moonblade, and a Moonblade is important because it does 2 times magical damage versus magic beings. I don't have a ton of stat gear. Let's take a look at her. She's got a Staff of the Storms, which is magic damage. So if we have like Mist Form or something, it's going to pop it, and it's very high attack. All these are very high attack, 25 attack, but these are lightning. So in these ones we're going to ignore, but this one we won't. It's going to do shock, which we'll ignore, but this is going to be a pretty high damage attack. So we don't want this to kill our Eagle King. She doesn't have a ton of protection. Now, she didn't have gems. It's possible also she retreats. If she does that, we can be in trouble because we can't magic phase attack this province. It's too strong. But if she retreats, that's fine. What he's probably thinking is like, why would I retreat? I've got Armor of Virtue. You can't kill me. Well, motherfucker, we're going to try. Because, and we'll do the math here. If we hit, we have to do 48, let's say 50. We need to do 50 damage, and she has 14 protection. So how are we going to manage that? Well, my boy Grippa, he is going to do Iron Skin, which is going to take his phenomenal 32 shock resistance and bring it down to 27, which is still going to be enough that we can handle most things. If she summons air elementals, that could be bad. But we also are teleporting. He's not going to be teleporting alone. He's also going to be teleporting with a Shadow Seer. He's going to do Body Ethereal. So... We may be okay. We may be okay. But we're going to do just Iron Skin, which is going to get us to have really high protection so the Staff of Storms won't hit us. And it's also going to help versus, you know, if we're doing Iron Skin, I think it's better to have the regen, because if we're getting trampled, that chip damage is going to matter. So I think we are going to do that. Yeah, turn 1 Iron Skin, it's going to get our protection up to be very high, and I think that regen is going to matter more, especially if we get trampled by the air elemental. And yeah, the Moonblade's actually going to be pretty good against the air elementals too. Now, we have 17 attack and 38 damage. So this 38 is going to become 76. And so the math we have to do is, what is 76 minus 14? And the answer is 62, which is well above our 50 threshold. So he'd have to get some kind of crazy protection RNG roll to survive 1 hit. And he doesn't have any kind of like blunt or whatever slashing resistance. So it should kill him. The thing that's going to be tricky is this defense is really high. So he's going to dodge a lot of our attacks, probably like 3/4 of our attacks. So I'll have to sit there and swing at him for a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to be ethereal. We are going to be where are you, Grippa? All right. We're going to be ethereal. Yeah. Iron Skin and just mirror. Oh, and mirror image. And mirror image on Air 4 is really strong. So we don't actually. We'll bring the air gems in case we get assassinated. Next turn. So that's the play. Hopefully we pick this guy off. Just continue retiring all of his expensive assets, which he's got extremely deep pockets. But this is our job. Here we are patrolling, and it's basically the same script we had set up from before, with just mass protection, Serpent's Blessing, a bunch of this garbage. This will be fine against this little shit army. Here we're just going to break siege. There's a decent chance. Fuck this. You just. Well, if these guys attack, we're gonna die, so we might as well just have this guy. Do I have a scout? Somebody afflicted? I don't. I think this is the guy that's going to be teleporting in. He's going to be Actually, I feel it's better if you just move with the army instead of teleport, and then we get some other idiot to teleport. Like you. And we'll just have this guy do Body Ethereal. You know what? It's actually going to be really good. I didn't think about this. Cheat Fate. Because he's going to have Mirror Image on. Cheat Fate's really good in conjunction with Mirror Image. Not as good if we get trampled, but it's good with Body Ethereal too. So, because like for the trample, Body Ethereal is going to block damage. And then Cheat Fate is going to block. It's basically going to be 3 times as effective against trample. And then Glamour or Mirror Image can block trample too. So I think it's actually going to be pretty damn effective. Which this is a combo I'll probably end up using more. It's a pretty damn good combo. And then we're going to do Soul Slay after that. Because that will be another way to kill you. Let's just confirm we have these guys in the right spot. I've already spent like 3 hours on this turn. This is a really complicated turn. You can research here. Okay, we assassinated and left this green army, or green lion army stranded, so he's going to have to send another mage. But we're going to pull this guy back. You know, ideally I raid here. There's really no reason I shouldn't. Well, I mean, there is a reason I shouldn't, but I don't know if we're going to heed that reason. I think we're actually going to raid here. Well, how many dudes do I have? So, you know, we could run back like a pussy, or we could attack right here with this guy. Because I haven't given Angerbola a send hard target. I wonder if I can... God damn, it's out of range. Do I have a... Okay, we need to make the blood item rich, or the blood range boost item. I think we might make it with you. The one I am talking about, is this one the blood pendant, which is going to... Oh, we can actually do it with the Scrotty. The blood hunt. The other thing we're going to have to do is I want to come around and just check all our forts and see what we're actually getting. Is I need more Scrotty. I think we're pretty good on Shadow Seers. Gonna need more Scrotty. I'm probably gonna need a few more of my other kind of fancy mages. Where did I see? The other thing is I don't ever want Scrotty researching. Yeah, there we could use that. We're getting more Dryads here. I probably should use this guy. He's probably... Yeah, we can do a proper Phoenix Pyre Thug. Let's go move him up here. And, I mean, if we're going to do it, we might as well do it properly here. No need to be budget. I think we go here. You know, are we patrolling here? We are. Maybe I bring him this way. If I have to knock... I feel like am I stronger up here? I feel like I've expanded so far out. I don't feel super strong. I want to take this guy where I'm more likely to get invaded. I don't think he's going to invade me properly up here. Though he will put dudes on top. It's probably okay. The bigger armies are up here. Earth Power, Phoenix Pyre, Iron Skin. How about Soul Vortex? Going to be vulnerable to shock, but that's probably okay. Put him a little... Attack. Come back over here. You've got a lot of dudes there. I don't have any good mind hunt targets right now. So, we've also got an army coming in here. I'm doing something sneaky. I'm bringing in a bunch of anti-assassin gear on this guy. Where the army's rolling in with body ethereal mass protection. I'm going to make it look like I'm worried about her getting mind hunted by putting a thing on her. That means there's a chance they'll mind hunt too, which would be nice. What are we doing? So anyway, where is she standing? Okay, that's fine. So yeah, anyway, this guy's going to be doing body. Well, let's move you back on top of her. Body ethereal mass protection, which will make these guys pretty tough. When we get there, we're going to put all this anti-assassin gear on her, and there's a pretty good chance she can kill a poisoner. So that'll be nice. And then we'll have her move back with the army. And there's going to be, unless they do like a magic phase attack, which is really gnarly, in which case we're going to have the army retreat. Because they could do like a Queen of Air Elementals or something, which we're going to just basically chill out. Here, what are we doing? Yeah, we're going to get this guy out of dodge. There's a good chance we get attacked here. We're just going to hang tight. Here, if we get attacked, we're going to hang tight. Here, we're going to make some more boots to the messenger. And then we're going to go send you to here and pick up some dudes. And then we can probably use some more amulets of the dead. And here we are going to be doing boots to the messenger. And here we are going to ferry troops up this way. Okay. Well, this gets us back to... Wait, where was I going to hit? I was going to hit down here in raid. Are there any good... There aren't really a ton of good targets. Well, maybe. Let's see. I don't want to use her turn to make that blood item I was just talking about. I think I want to use her. See, these are both too far away. Okay, there's two mages here. That's probably going to make it worth it. So this way we'll catch these guys, because they're probably going to retreat. There's no way they're going to attack again. And this way we get to kill them. Yeah, that's kind of what I think they're going to do. We do need to come down here and find... I think this guy in our capital. We're going to have you make a blood pendant. It is really good to have these lying around in case you needed one more range on that blood ritual. Speaking of which, I probably should also find you and have you make an arcane lens, because this is going to give me +1 range on all spells. And it's just good to have one of these lying around. And then I kind of think I need... How many more amulets of dead do I? No. I kind of think I need a ring of returning. That would be really good to have in pocket. So I think we're going to go ahead and make one of those. And we are very, very close to being done with this turn now. I think you were going to come over here. I want to show you score graphs a little bit at the end, because I have to look at them all the time because I forget how the war's going. Where are we going to target? We've targeted that before. Let's go see what's there and who owns it. So you're supposed to hide, you're supposed to hide. You need to go pick up an army. You can see we're building up a fire gem surplus too, which means we need one more Firebird caster. Don't want to be having that. This will be a good place to put a fort too. Pretty solid gem income. Okay, so you idiots are going to make these. You, good sir, gonna wait. Okay, here we're gonna wait. And then here, I wonder where these guys are gonna go. I bet you they keep raiding. This way. Okay, so we're done with the turn. The final thing, and the turn's about to roll after this. I can't believe it's been an hour. I spent so much time on this turn. I probably spent 5 hours on this turn. I got worn out where I couldn't even finish it. I had to go take a nap. Got a few other things. We're headed in here. Summoning water elemental is going to take this lake back. We were also sending Mind Hunt support, but basically summoning water elementals, they both have bottles of water, and then we're doing a little bit of swarm, which will hopefully keep any PD off our back. Quite well organized, means probably like 10. Well, it should be fine, but you never know. Underwater PD rating with elementals is always dangerous. People can just run by the elementals and kill your dudes, but that's why we're doing swarm. We would seduce here. We saw the battle. We could get, there's a low chance we get the console, but if we get the console, I think we're going to lose. Because we don't really have anything that's good against him. So, yeah. Yeah. We're not going to do that. Instead, we are here. We're going to YOLO in Stalin DLRP, and what he is going to do is he's going to do Iron Skin, Mist Form, Summon Earth Power, Iron Will, Temper Flesh, Advance and Cast Spells. And he is going to YOLO in here. I think I've got somebody else YOLOing too. I wish you could see when you hit Y, people that were teleporting to that province. I forget. No, okay, I think what's just going to happen, this lady who's here is going to pop up, and she's going to do Enlarge and Swarm and then Retreat. And this should hit both of them, because they're going to both be in this corner. And so anyway, that's going to be nice, because it'll be a little bit bigger, which will give him... You know, he can't deal with chip damage. Do I not have another... I don't know if I should do this if I can't deal with chip damage. I actually need to see if I've got Hydra Skin armor lying around, because I had a few of them. Here we go. Where are you? So yeah, he's going to jump in. His reinvigoration is not quite as good as it was, but whatever. We can deal with chip damage now. The enlarge should get him up to 3 HP a turn, which will be nice. And then Iron Skin Mist Form. This will hopefully deal with... There's a bunch of crossbows here. And this will hopefully deal with that. Because this is magic phase, I know basically exactly what's going to be here. There's not anybody really doing magic tool. What did these idiots do? Are they just blessing? Stellar Decree, yeah. They're just banishing undead. So, yeah, that's not scary at all. Unless they somehow got blood slaves and are set to cast Leech, in which case we're in some shit. So, which could happen. I mean, he could do him in Blood Hunt and then have him positioned at the front and then advance and cast spells or something. But, anyway, so we're going to do this Iron Will in case something bad happens, and Temper Flesh, advance and cast spells. There's not really any magic weapons here, so it's very unlikely Mistform gets popped. We've got a Vine Shield. We'll probably be fine. She could die, though. Honestly, don't even know if it's important to have her there. Maybe we just chill out. Hide and Preach. Yeah, I think we just chill out. I think this guy just YOLOs in. I don't think he really needs to be enlarged. The risk is that it's 59 minutes left. The risk is if he's not enlarged, he could he's got reduced HP. He could. Thing is, they've got Eagle Warriors, so they're going to potentially yoink me. Maybe I just do this one, who I don't actually care if they die. And what if we skip the swarm and you just fucking run? How about that, huh? So, I actually probably like those more. So maybe we do this one. He's going to be poison resistant. She may get poisoned. No, it's not worth it. We'll stick with Bottle of Water. So anyway, Hide and Preach. Attack current province. She'll be there in the magic phase attack. Enlarge Retreat. Her water elemental will be there too, which the other thing that's dangerous about this is she could potentially trigger an HP route of my dude. Think we're okay? I'm not attacking this, am I? I probably should. I think we'll send this guy. We could have him retreat, but I think we're just going to commit in case he sends like a scout. We'll just try to kill it. What are we going to do here? Okay, wait, these guys are waiting. So, okay, hopefully this gets him up to the 3 HP threshold. Either way, it'll hopefully put him a little closer to not dying. So we'll snipe these guys. And any province he retreats to, we should have mind hunt support. So I guess that will be okay. What to say? If we take his fort, his capital, it's going to be a really good turn. If we don't, we're going to be in a little bit of a... If we can't take this, we are really going to have to just come back and get enormous inside here. And then we're just going to, every single turn, send out a scout with 100 undead into every single province on our border. And if they... I don't even care how they kill them. And then, of course, we're going to do all this other trickery where we're going to try to kill whatever they're using to kill our scouts with the 100 undead. Here we're getting 2 scouts because I should be raiding from here, but I'm not. Though maybe I do. Problem is if I send this guy out, he's going to get assassinated. Like, basically guaranteed. I don't really want that. I'd rather have these guys get assassinated. Final thing, we'll just check and make sure I'm recruiting useful things. Okay, let's turn you off. We'll have you get a Scrotty here. Have you get a Scrotty here. Well, we are not recruiting anything here. That is a crime against humanity. Let's do... I don't have any Scrotties over here. We're going to get a lot of Scrotties, guys. I need to get my blood economy a little bit better so we can finish forting up. Forting up is going to mean raiding no longer really works, especially deep raiding. And it's going to also mean, and I think this is more important, it's going to mean more mages. Because for us to get really aggressive, we're going to need more undead, we're going to need more scouts, and we're going to need more mages. Because we're going to have to... Right now, I don't want to take big losses. Like, I'm only really attacking one place. Or I was attacking 2 places, and one of them got crushed. So, I'm only attacking one place right now. In a committed way. And that's because I can't really afford to take losses like I'm very likely about to take too often. Because I don't have enough production. Once I get forted up and I get way more production, and remember, these citadels are going to be like 1.5 mages a turn. So anyway, once I have all that, then I can actually start to throw away mages, and that will be a good day. So anyway, it has been an update. Not sure what turn I'm going to get back to you on, but it will be not too terribly long from now. Hope y'all are enjoying the series. Take care.